Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Adam, and welcome to How Do I Titanfall. This is a series where we'll focus more on how to be better at the actual mechanics of the game versus just quick tips here and there. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most frustrating aspects of Titanfall, and that's pilots rodeoing your Titan. Now, there's a lot of stuff out there that people are saying is good ideas, and granted, a lot of those ideas are great, but there's a couple, and one in particular that I'm going to try and debunk today, and really in the hopes that you never, ever, ever do this. I know that sounds super serious, but it's a big annoyance of mine. But let's kind of talk about that. Now, one of the best ways to avoid getting rodeoed is just to avoid tall buildings. They're kind of everywhere in this game, but staying out in the open definitely gives you a bigger advantage to not get rodeoed. I can't tell you how easy it is to jump off of a building in like Angel City, for instance, and just jump right onto an enemy Titan. Super, super easy. So when you choose how to maneuver around the map in a Titan, make sure that you're not getting into spaces where it's going to be too easy for somebody to just jump on your back without you knowing. Now, sometimes somebody tries to rodeo you from the ground and they're going to face you. Now, not always the case, but in some instances where you see somebody's coming after you, one of my favorite strategies is to use a boost charge to move backwards and then really quickly either shoot them or use a boost charge to move forwards. It is hilarious when you just back up when somebody's trying to jump on you and then just run them over. And it's really frustrating when it happens to you. Trust me, I know. At some point, you will be rodeoed. It's a popular mechanic in the game, and one of the reasons it's so useful is that as a pilot, it puts you at a disadvantage inside of your Titan. Number one, it's a huge distraction. Number two, it's an easy way for them to take your Titan down. Now, this brings me to the main part of my video, and the one thing that I truly hope that everybody avoids doing going forward in the future. Please do not use your cluster missile to get a pilot off of your back. At first, it seems like a really good idea that you're just going to shoot this cluster missile that's going to do a large area of damage and pretty effectively kill a pilot. Great, but it damages your Titan. And so what I did today is I went into a private match with a subscriber slash friend of mine. Thank you, Nick, for helping out with this video. And you're going to see I took each Titan from as close to a base standpoint as I could get them, and I did the same test, and you can see that there's some negative results. First up, I used the Strider, and almost instantly in this action of getting him off my back, my Strider almost dies. Like, he probably would have survived if he didn't get hit initially, but he dies, and he's a Doom Titan at that point. The Atlas Titan fared a little bit better, but still a pretty large chunk of health was taken out. So that wore down my shields and wore down a pretty large chunk of my health. And then finally, even with the Ogre Titan, it was not a positive test. Still a pretty large chunk of my health was taken out. And that really puts you at a disadvantage as a pilot. Now, in some situations, you're just going to outplay people, but if you're down to a quarter of your health, you're not going to do much in your Titan, and that's just the plain facts. You're going to be a very easy target, and if I saw you on the battlefield and I saw that you had that little health, for me, you're my next target. So you, in absolutely the most desperate of situations, I guess, can do this, because it probably will stop them from getting a Doom Titan. But honestly, the better way to avoid this, if you feel like you cannot escape that situation with any other tactics, just doom your own Titan by pressing and holding the up button on your controller and mashing repeatedly the X button. I honestly would suggest that's a better option for you if you're going to just sacrifice your Titan. Don't give them the satisfaction of getting any hits or anything else. Just doom yourself and kill them in midair. Now, another strategy I do like to employ is the electric fog. My God, this is powerful. Now, when the game first came out, it was pretty much an instant kill for me if that happened. Every single time. Easy win. Absolutely love it. But now people are a lot smarter. And that's great. I think it's awesome that people are seeing that they don't have to die in that situation. So that's good. And so it doesn't work as much as it used to, but it still definitely can be a deterrent. If somebody does jump on your back and there is an electric smoke drop, they're either going to jump off or they're going to die. So one way or another, you have an opportunity there to escape. You can either move forward. Sometimes, because I'm an asshole, I like to just boost backwards to try and run them over from where they jumped, but not always a good solution because they may be able to just jump on you again at that point. But keep that in mind, it's a good deterrent to remove people, even if it doesn't kill them. It gives you a way to escape. Now, another option, and this is going to seem really stupid, but just ducking and looking down. As a player, most people are conditioned to just jump off when this happens. It doesn't always happen, but it definitely does. And it gives you the appearance that you've jumped out of your Titan without actually getting out. Again, at that point, you can make a quick escape or dash backwards. Another option that's not always available is going to be just having somebody punch one off of your Titan. If you're getting rodeoed and somebody's on the back of your Titan and I run over and I just punch you in your face on your Titan, it's going to kill the pilot. So that's a good option as well. And then finally, the very least favorable option is jumping out of your Titan. Anytime you jump out of your Titan, you're pretty much a sitting duck. Sometimes it has to be done. In this instance, I recommend having a satchel charge, throw it at your Titan and detonate it. You're going to pretty much get a kill each time if somebody is not smart enough to move. Well guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video and this episode of How Do I Titanfall. I hope it's given you some useful tips that you can take forward in countering rodeoing pilots. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. Once again, my name's Adam, and you guys take it easy.